Hello, my name is Sarah Sander. I'm a student of the University of Hertfordshire, currently doing a master's in international business. I'm here to make a presentation on Sony. Let's get into it. Sony Corporation was founded in 1964 by Akio Morita and Masaru Ibuka. It was founded in Japan. It operates in the entertainment industry. Sony's current CEO is Kenshiro Yoshida. Its headquarters is still operated in Japan. The mission statement of Sony is to be a company that inspires and fulfills your curiosity, groundbreaking new excitement and entertainment in ways that only Sony can. Creating new cultures and experiences, everything we do is to move you emotionally. The vision statement of Sony. Sony's vision is to use our passion for technology, content, and services to deliver Kando in ways that Sony can. In this vision, emphasis is on the concept of Kando. On this slide, I'll be discussing the macro environment of Sony. That is, I'll be using PEST, Megatrends, and CAGE. For PEST, I'll be using technology and economic. Let's look at technological. The public dependence on technology is really high in this 21st century. That is an added advantage to a company like Sony, which predominantly operates in a technological world. Sony made its first smart home in 2016. Let's go to the economic. The yen is currently doing very badly. It's the worst it has performed in decades, and this is due to different factors, especially the cost of the high levels of inflation that we're all experiencing worldwide. Digital trend. Sony moved from being a consumer electronic company to an entertainment company due to the different trends, currently the digital trends in the world. Cultural distance. Sony started in Japan, but it's currently operating in 70 different countries at the moment. On this slide, I'll be doing an industry analysis of Sony. I'll be using POTUS 5 and Yip's global drivers. Let's get into it. Threat from new entrants. Cost of entering the market in an industry like this is really high. Therefore, it reduces the risks of new entrants for Sony Corporation. Threats from substitutes. The switching cost in electronic industry is really low. Thus, consumers like you and I can easily switch from a Sony product to a Samsung product to an Apple product at a very low price. Bargaining power of consumers. Large customer bases like Argos can purchase many products. Thus, they have a direct impact on Sony. Cost drivers. Sony has a large customer base, therefore its economic of skills, it has an advantage with economics of skills. Competitive drivers. Sony has many competitors. Companies like Panasonic, Samsung, Apple, etc. prove to be a competition for Sony. Here on this next slide, I'm doing a frame level analysis. I'll be using the Vero model, that is V for valuable, R for rare, I for imitable, O for organized. Let's get into that. Brand image. Sony has a competitive advantage because of its brand image. It is valuable, it is rare, and it is organized. Customer experience. Sony gives its customers the highest of experiences because of the PS5, PS4, PS3. Thus, it has a very high competitive advantage in the market. Product range. Because of the level of development in the technological world right now, it is a temporary advantage to Sony because another company can easily make a product as similar as that of Sony. Human resource management. This is a human asset. Human assets can easily move from one corporation to the other. That is a temporary advantage to the Sony organization. We have others like innovation and market position. Both of them are a temporary advantage to Sony. Here on this slide, I'll be doing a stakeholder analysis. A stakeholder is anybody who has a level of interest in the business. For Sony Corporation, their stakeholders can be their stakeholders, customers, staff, local communities, suppliers, etc. So here I'll be talking about shareholders. Shareholders are people who make an investment in the business. They can be the board of directors, investors, CEO, etc. Their level of influence is really high and their level of interest is also high. They also yield some sort of power, etc. Because they make investments, thus they are in the position to make decisions for the company. Employers, senior staff management, their level of interest is pay, promotion, bonuses, training, etc. Level of interest is quite high, But then again, their level of power is moderate because they are not in the position to make a lot of decisions for this corporation. Local communities as well, job opportunities development, their level of influence is quite moderate. Thank you. On this slide, we'll be considering the SWOT framework. We're going to hang the other analysis that we have done in the prior slides on the SWOT framework. SWOT framework is strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. We're going to discuss the SWOT framework of Sony. Strengths. Sony has a high R&D. They spend a lot of money on their research and development, which is a strength. They also have a good innovation system. Sony has high innovation. They're always at the forefront of the industry. Threats. Sony has high competitors. Companies like Samsung, Apple, etc. prove to be competitors for Sony. Sony also did not adequately prepare for the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, it has massively affected their sales. Weakness. Sony's products are really expensive due to their high cost of production. For a company whose major consumers are gamers, the cost of gaming is quite expensive for them. Opportunity. The demand for game is really high. This proves to be an opportunity for Sony as they have a lot of customer base that they are yet to touch. Thank you. On this next slide, I'll be discussing the recommendation metrics, which is divided into three. We have the short term, medium term, and long term. For the short-term recommendation, the first problem I identified for Sony is their high level of production. The company needs to find a way to minimize their cost of production. That way, their level of profits can go high. Secondly, marketing strategy. I've identified that the marketing strategy of Sony is really low. The company needs to hire TikTokers, content creators, etc. because this is the phase where the world is at the moment. Medium term, the company needs to take actions for unforeseen disasters such as COVID-19 so they would know how to prepare for it. Also, lack of dominance in the mobile market. There's a high demand for mobile phones in the market currently. Sony needs to make products that will compete with products like Apple, etc. Long term. In the long term, Sony should look into more innovations, continuous innovations, and they should be able to handle cyber attacks as the company operates majorly in an industry like that. This is my last slide for the presentation, and this is my references. Majority of my references were gotten from the internet, from credible academic sources on the internet. Some are from the recommended reading on our Canva and from the models taught on our Canva. I hope my presentation has been educative, and I hope I've been able to do a good analysis of Sony. Thank you very much.